Quartermaster's QSE-3. I was asked about this knife as far as ergonomics are concerned, because they said they were curious about the blade angle, and it is sort of a different type or style of blade angle. But let me tell you this, there's a reason for its insanity. The reasoning is it makes it an extension of one's arm. See that? It's just perfect the way the angle is. Your thumb landing on the jimping, the grip mark right there for your index finger, the other fingers fall in line. It's an extension of your arm, almost like it's become one, or you have become one with the knife, or vice versa. This is a cutting implement. It was made for protection or cutting. I mean, it's just obvious when you feel of it. Any questions that you might have had prior to touching this knife are soon answered once you pick it up. I was totally surprised when I got this knife. It's an awesome blade. It's the second time I've owned this knife, to be exact. Yeah, second time? Right, for this particular knife, yes. Early lockup. Blade centering is dead on. Perfect. And this is the knife that I used to carve the family Thanksgiving turkey this past Thanksgiving. No joke. When I say used it to carve, I mean that from beginning to end. Not only did it carve the first few slices, I also used it to dismantle the bird, you might say. I'm serious. I literally took the bird apart. I deboned it. I de-meated that turkey. It was so awesome to know that this S35VN steel held up like it did. It really shocked me. Now, because of this particular knife, that's why I'm such a fan of S35VN steel. I took this knife, I did the first cut down the bird's breastplate, and realized the turkey was upside down, and I had actually carved into the back of the turkey. So if that didn't dull it, nothing was going to, I thought then. And that's what I did. I literally cut through the back of the turkey, and it didn't affect this knife. Or this particular knife is a little different since then. I'll explain that in a second. What I did after that, I took all the meat from the bone. It cut through bone, it cut through gristle, and it did so magnificently. And then, following the Thanksgiving meal, I got home and I sharpened sticks. I trimmed up and sharpened points of sticks for marshmallow roasting. With this same blade, the edge was still sharp. I checked it to cut paper, and it cut paper, phone book paper. And then I cut a cardboard box. It was a pizza box, and I got in the house, and it had been dulled, I admit it, but it still would shave hair off my arm. It was an amazing feat for such a weird looking knife, I thought. But it won me over right then and there. In fact, so much, I had a friend wanting it very badly, and he traded me for it. When I got the knife, it had a pretty bad edge on it, and I had to grind it down a little bit, so it had a fairly large bevel. I would say about a 15 degree angle bevel on it, which is okay. I mean, it looked great. He didn't like it, so my friend sent it back to the factory, to Kershaw. I mean, Quartermaster, sorry. I'm confusing that with another blade I own. And they sent this blade. I'm sort of thinking, wow, this blade may be a blim, and he says, yeah, that's true. The reason I say that is because of this right here. You'll notice they stepped into the DLC coating. Just a fragment there. You can see it there. It comes out of the bevel and up into the DLC just a bit. It doesn't affect the blade, or it doesn't affect the knife, or its cutting. The bevel is still perfect, factory edge on it.